What's up, people? It's your boy Guarantee V.I.P for life. Check this out. There's a group of people who reside on street corners. And a lot of you know who this group is, right? For some strange reason, they like to hang out on street corners, right? There's also a group of people who are in poverty. A lot of you know who this group is. There's a group of people in famine. There's no food, no bread. And a lot of you guys know who this group of people is, right? See the commercials, donations, stuff like that. There's also a group of people who are considered slaves, right? There's also a group of people that most race do not like. This group of people, they say, hey, I don't like these people. I don't like to be around these people, right? And a lot of you guys know who these people are. Am I right? Now, check this out. What if I told you this group of people is God's group of people, the lost group of people? Now, I know in your head you think, oh, I know who he's talking about. I know what group of people these people are, right? Well, the thing is this. This group of people is hated so much. The truth of who they are have other groups in disbelief. They don't want to accept the truth. But today we're going to read the truth anyway. See, there's something I want you to keep in mind. There's a lot of people saying that it's 144 tribes that's going to return. And the people that says this, a lot of them resign. Their religion is Israelites, right? I always wonder why the Israelites don't really get along with other Israelites. Then I said, hey, how could this group come from these Israelites if they never get along with other Israelites, other tribes? I mean, some get along, but most don't. Then I thought about it. Perhaps these tribes aren't coming from the Israelites. Perhaps the Israelites are just the messengers. And these tribes are really these gang tribes. Now, we are about to get into details and facts. Okay? Now, if you want to research this, it's simple. All you got to do is go on, open your Bible, go to Lamentations. 22 stanzas. You decipher it, you find a message. I mean, the message is written. However, decipher it, you get better details. Are you ready? Here we go. 1. How deserted lies the city once so full of people. How the Lord has covered daughter Zion with the cloud of rage. I am the man who has seen affliction by the rod of the Lord's wrath. How the gold has lost its luster, the fine gold became dull. Remember, Lord, what has happened to us, and see our disgrace. How like a widow is she, who once was great among the nations. 5 stanzas. He hath hurled down the splendor of Israel from heaven to earth. He has not remembered his footstool in the day of his anger. He has driven me away and made me walk in darkness rather than light. Indeed, he has turned his hand against me again and again all day long. The sacred gems are scattered at every street corner. Our inheritance has been turned over to strangers, our homes to foreigners. She who was queen among the provinces has now become a slave. Without pity, the Lord has swallowed up all the dwelling of Jacob. In his wrath, he has torn down the strongholds of daughter Zion, once worth their weight in gold, are now considered a potter's hand. Poverty, people. We have become fatherless, our mothers are widows. Among all her lovers, there is no one to comfort her. In fierce anger, he cut off every horn of Israel. He has made me dwell in darkness like those long dead. Because of thirst, the infant's tongue stick to the roof of its mouth. The children beg for bread, but no one gives it to them. Those who pursue us are at our heels. We are weary and find no rest. All of her friends had betrayed her. They had become the enemies. He had withdrawn his right hand at the approach of the enemy. He has walled me in so I cannot escape. He has weighed me down with chains. Those who once ate delicacies are destitute in the streets. We submitted to Egypt, Assyria, to get enough bread. So you understand now? You understand why we are going through what we're going through? Not just African Americans, but pretty much all of God's lost gems, his lost jewels, gems, jewels. I said it before, people. Do you understand now why we're most hated? Why that person next to you say, oh, I hate black people. You understand now why our ancestors were slaves? You understand why that little boy that's on the corner decides to chill on the street corner? It's right in the Bible, Lamentations, people. It's right there. So these lost tribes that the Israelites speak of, are they the Israelites, or are the Israelites just the messengers? Perhaps these lost tribes are the Bloods and Crips, Kings and Yetas and every other gang. Perhaps it's time they get together and make a difference. Guaranteed VIP for life, people. Please subscribe.